Hey, what's up guys, I'm Torn and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, Wards and Wardens. So if you recall last episode, we were doing this war to put our future daughter-in-law on the throne of France. Got a lot of other things going on as well with all of our plots here, murdering and abducting characters, trying to murder the Duke of Normandy before he wins his war, which I believe he's currently ahead of us by a bit, yeah. And if he wins his war first, then we still do have at least some role in the Kingdom of France with our daughter becoming the queen, though of course this is just a regular marriage, so this will still be of the Normandy dynasty, so it would be best if we could win this war first. So the first thing we're going to be doing in today's episode, before we continue with this conflict, is we're going to go ahead and attempt to restore our accolades. Remember, we've been looking for somebody for that Iron Knight position for quite some time, and have not been able to find anybody, so we're going to search the realms and see if anybody could fulfill that position. So this was one of the women that we had in our prison. I went ahead and recruited her, and the reason for this, which I put her up here just in case I forgot to do this, is that I'm going to see if I can't get her husband to go with her. He probably won't come. It looks like, yeah, he's not interested in it because he's already got a job here. I was hoping with his wife being over here, we could get him at our court because he's a pretty decent knight. So they'll just live in two different courts, I suppose. And we also just need more characters in our court. It's kind of barren. Ever since we lost the Imperial throne, which means we lost our entire court, we haven't had very many courtiers since then, so we have problems fulfilling certain positions. But yeah, this knight was found. He's a bit older, unfortunately. He's pretty good, though. Not really as a knight, but as far as a martial character. He's got that forger trait, military engineer. But yeah, kind of a shame that he's an older guy. So we still essentially need to find somebody to fulfill this position on the long term. And we also, I guess, need to appoint him. So we'll go and do that because at least we're getting the bonuses, which are bonuses that we haven't been getting this entire time. So it is nice to reduce that siege phase time in this particular conflict. I mean, it's always nice to have it. Yeah, this would be really helpful at this moment as we're in this race here to try and get our war won as quickly as possible. So we won over here. We're now at 36%, but again, still behind Normandy. So we need to take another location. Let's go ahead and go after, let me see here. Do we want to do, probably not that one. It's too high of a fort level, it'll just take too long. Could go over here, that's a level 3. Borders our territory as well. Let me just take a look here at what all territories she has lost. Looks like just this one here. But you'd have to do these two separate locations. How long until these guys are done? 4 months. You could also send them over there. I think that might have been what I was planning on doing, actually. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and go over to this location then. They would be able to do it quicker because they have the siege engines. I think we got a bit of time. So let's go ahead and work on this one. That's 4 months. We did finish that siege as well. And so now we'll be able to move those troops over. And we captured somebody else as well. And it looks like we got another artifact. So we can either sell it or keep it. We'll have to compare it to the artifact we already have. That's similar to that. So let's go ahead and take this location next. And we'll hop into the royal court real quick. We actually don't need to replace this one here. This is in this slot. Okay, excellent. So just go ahead and might as well put it in place. It's a small one. But over here, I'm not sure how long this is going to last. Let me just take a peek here and see if we need to reforge it now, or do we have time? It's not saying how long it's going to take before it expires here. But it does say it's going to cost us quite a bit of gold to repair it. And remember, we're saving for the wedding. I think we got a bit of time. So yeah, this will give us some more prestige, more taxes from our powerful vassals, if they're on the council, and then more court grandeur, which our current court grandeur currently is almost to 7, which is really helpful for that counselor opinion increase and the imprison chance. You know, we've been imprisoning a lot of vassals, so yeah, that's gonna be helpful. So we'll be there soon. And of course, remember, we get up to, I think, level 8 with our current court grandeur. So you can see Normandy's now at 61%. I don't know if we can get it done, guys. That's why we're attempting to assassinate him. I don't know if we'll be able to get that done in time either. He's been very successful in these sieges. I don't know if he won a battle or something. We did get communal government. I don't think that's the one we were working on. We could take a peek real quick and see if that's the one we had assigned. They were currently high medieval. So we were doing the battlements. That's right. So I think we were going to get this on our own anyways. Okay, so that's nice for the development. Of course, we're nowhere near that level of development yet. Our capital, I think, is 16 or something. Yeah, it's currently at 16. We haven't been able to do that counselor task in some time because we've needed the taxes. After this war is over, though, we could switch over to that. It looks like there is somebody who could be a successor here. No, we have to actually look for one, but we'll go and do that. So we'll have somebody in place there since that guy is pretty old. Also, we finished up our siege here. Another thing to consider is Verona, guys. So, with Verona here, what I didn't realize is they actually border the Hungarians and the Croatians. So I was thinking they were just over here and over here. But no, they have a bit of territory right here, which means they could become vassals of either one of them, and that would be really bad for us. And they're just not close enough to accepting here. And we are improving this, but I think it's probably worth it to just go ahead and get the low feudal obligations in here just to make sure that he is ours. So let's go ahead and do that. We can take a look at the other vassals, see how close they are. He's pretty far away. He is also bordering Holland. So something to consider there. Because yeah, he's nowhere near close to accepting here. Because we're not his rightful liege. So probably do the low feudal obligations here as well. Just to make sure he doesn't go into Poland. And let's take a look at the other options. He's pretty close. And so this character is right here. We don't have to worry about him joining any other kingdom, so not too much of an issue there. Same thing with Lombardy. This is one we're definitely going to wait for, even though you can see she's really far out, but you know, eventually that situation there is going to improve. So Verona will become a vassal here soon. We did finish up 2 sieges, so we've got this one done. And so now we're at 73%. For the first time, we're above Normandy. In fact, Normandy just lost a little bit of percentage there. Not sure what happened. Yeah, not entirely sure how they lost that percentage, but they did. And so therefore, we're currently in the lead. Good chance of being able to win before them now. Alright, so we're finishing up that siege. Let's go and have both of these armies move on to some other targets. Again, we're looking for targets that aren't too difficult to take, that just don't take too long. To get the whole entire county here, you got to take this one. So clearly that's the one we should go after next then. So march over there, and then over here, let's just go for this one. No, excuse me, this one. That's that one that's going to take forever. Alright, so he's accepted vassalization as has he. And so therefore, we're looking a lot better border-wise, and we moved all the way over through here with Verona. Now, we can expect that he's probably going to become a powerful vassal. He actually would be a really good spy master, though we already have somebody in that position, Duke Gerard. Now, Duke Gerard could be Chancellor, but we already have somebody there as well. Basically, the Marshal position is currently open. All these guys are kind of garbage at Marshal, other than, you know, the current Marshal, who's just that one lowly ranked character here. We could always put him in as Marshal. Might be better to put our current Spy Master with his level 8 Marshal as the Marshal. And then put that other guy in as Spy Master, because he's much better. I mean, Drogo's not bad as Spy Master, to be clear. Drogo's also not the most trustworthy of our vassals either. We've got a lot of trouble down here in Italy. So something to consider. Is he dealing with the rebellion? That's what it looks like. Yeah, he's currently got a rebellion going on right now. Is he going to win it? Looks like he should. So he also has problems with Salerno. Well, I suppose we're allied in that. We both have problems with that Salerno guy. Oh yes, that's right. We've got some prisoners. Alright, so let's go and take a look at these prisoners here. So this guy has to pay for both of these two here. That's his son, and he doesn't have the gold still. We did get this Hugh character, and Looks like he is willing to pay for him. This is not increasing our percentage here. We haven't captured any prisoners of the king's family or his heirs or anything like that. So yeah, we can go ahead and ransom this Hugh to get the 50 gold. Kind of help finance this war here, because it is quite expensive having our entire army raised up like this. All right, so this is the abduction attempt here of the Duke here in England. And remember, we're pretty much just doing this so that we can ransom him off for the money. Because yeah, I don't know what else you would do with these characters. You know, you get the weak hooks on them, of course, but yeah, really not all that necessary. We're not really operating in England. He can't afford the full 100. We might just wait a little bit then. He does earn 2.7 per month, so he'll eventually get the money, you'd think. And of course, we expected the inspiration here to cost us more money, so we'll grant that to get the higher quality. And we're at 85% now, where is Normandy 53%. I think we got it, guys. I think we should win this. I wonder, does this result in Normandy's war ending, or will she have to fight against him? I guess we'll have to see. I'm going to vent here the forest of my dreams. Through my efforts to become a truly feared and respected figure, a vast number of guilty and disloyal persons have ended up in my dungeon. Many lowly cutthroats and pickpockets from the countryside and the cities await their fate apart from society. Perhaps I have a better idea for them. In my macabre machinations, I envision a forest of impelled lowlifes and traitors surrounding Nazi on all sides, a grim reminder to everyone of what happens when the king is betrayed. I see row after row of common criminals spreading out into the horizon, the plains stained in their blood. With a little work, we may round up enough of these vermin to make my dream a reality. So this is how you become the Impaler. And so we can do it. We are quite callous and wrathful. And, you know, we've ruled as a tyrannical character quite some time. That's really how we're managing our domain right now and keeping hold of all this territory, is through our dread. So this might be fitting for our character, but really only if we're doing it in order to like manage our authority of the realm, and not because we actually enjoy impaling people. Yeah, I suppose we could say let's get started. It is going to result in some tyranny. That dread will be helpful though, because our dread has been on the decline. We're down to 78 now, where we used to be at a full 100. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and say let's get started. We'll take that tyranny. Yeah, I think it is fitting for this character, just the way he's managed things so far. So the Forest of Corpses. At last my vision has been brought to life by the corpses of countless criminals. I stroll with leisure to the ambient sound of squawking birds and the gentle drip of stale blood onto sodden ground. I pass by row upon row of nameless lowlifes and bandits, assured that any would-be highwaymen or bandits approaching Nazi can see clearly what happens to those who attempt to sow crime and disorder in the kingdom of Lotharingia. Upon concluding my tour, I take in one last breath of the deathly miasma before returning home, content with my work. So this gets us some penalties and some bonuses here. You get more taxes, more control in our capital, but we do lose popular opinion. And then, of course, we get the nickname, the Impaler. So we got our first nickname here. I don't think any of our previous characters had nicknames. I don't think so. Could be wrong about that. Could be mistaken, but I think this is our first nickname. We did find a successor. Let's hope he's good. He is not. Not as a knight, anyway. Maybe he'll get better. How old is he? Nope, he won't. He's 52. We're always getting these really old knights for these positions. That's kind of one of the problems with that accolade thing. So it looks like we didn't actually have to kill him. He just died. How did he die? Somebody else killed him. He disappeared without a trace. I guess it says right there. So does that mean his war is over? It does. So we're no longer in the race here. And we also have now opened up both of these positions here for us to potentially kidnap other characters. Should we go after the Duke of Verona? What's interesting is he doesn't actually have any right to these territories. He doesn't hold the duchies. He only holds the Duchy of Verona. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, despite the fact that he holds all this territory, it's not really rightfully his. I want to see what happens there. Yeah, these are all just counts that hold these territories. So yeah, we could attempt to kidnap him. I'm surprised he's not a powerful vassal yet. I think he eventually will be made one. Yeah, we wouldn't be able to just like easily take titles. I really don't think that's the way to go. I don't think we're going to kidnap this character. I don't know if we're going to kidnap any other characters actually right now. I think we're going to hold off on all that. Unless you wanted to kidnap further foreign characters for the money. We do need the money. This war is quite expensive. But the problem is you got to go through like all these different characters and find somebody that you have a good chance of abducting. Because a lot of them, we have a fairly low chance of success here. It just starts at that 5%, 5 and 15. So obviously not worth doing. Yeah. So you want at least 60% or something like that, I feel, in order for it to be worth it, since we're not willing to spend any money on this. And so with kings, you have a very low chance of success. So you really got to go after dukes. But yeah, you can see with all the kings and queens here, very low chance of success. So I have to like dip through the realm and find somebody who's, you know, at least a high enough percentage to make it worth it. So yeah, here you have 41%. So I just don't think those low percentages are worth even attempting to do. So I have to look, guys, to see if there's anybody worth doing. These guys are not anywhere near close to accepting vassalage, so I'm not too worried. Oops, we don't want to murder them. So I'm not too worried about decreasing their opinion. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look around, guys. I'm trying not to do France, since those are potentially future vassals. I'll have to see what happens there. And so yeah, I might want to focus on, you know, foreign countries. So to finish up another siege here, got some more prisoners. So that's this one here. So maybe go to this one next, since we still haven't won the conflict. We're pretty close though, so really I think this siege here is going to be enough. So what we could do, I guess you could move just the, yeah, that's what we should do. Okay, so let's just move the men-at-arms over here. Kind of speed this process up. And then disband the rest of these troops here. I might just be able to disband them here. Saving us quite a bit of money. That's pretty helpful. And also, it looks like Duke Gottfried, our vassal, this is the Duke of Brabant, he's got a secret here. He's been having an affair with this Sophia character, Sophie. Oh, and she's pregnant as well. So probably his child, I would assume. She doesn't have any other lovers, at least not ones that we know about. And it seems that the one accusing him is her husband, so he would know better than anybody, you would think. Now, you can say these accusations are not but malice and lies, and then we'll increase opinion with those two characters. Or we can imprison Sophie, but not him. We're only imprisoning her. It's not figures. So, yeah, I mean, we could, yeah, he's not even considered a criminal. So we could do that, but you're not really getting any benefit from imprisoning her. And I think our characters, I mean, he's not a just character. He's not about justice. He always does things that are in his own best interest for the most part, except for when his anger gets the best of him. And so I think in this case, just increasing opinion with Duke Gottfried would be the best option. Since, you know, he's powerful. Not a powerful vassal, but still a powerful duke. And so, yeah, quite helpful. So, I don't know if we'll be able to finish this siege with the siege engine there. It's going to go a little bit quicker, but we're about 100% now, so the war will end any moment. And our inspiration has been completed as well. It's a magnificent battle axe, increasing prowess by 10. Knight effectiveness by plus 12%, and enemy fatal casualties by plus 14%. That's an absolutely fantastic item. It's an illustrious weapon. So he did a great job. Not surprising given his skill, but definitely worth the cost. Alright, so we're going to want to get that equipped because it's far better than our little makeshift dagger that we have here. Yeah, far, far better. And then I suppose we'll grant that to our son to increase his prowess, which is pretty low. If we look at his skills here, you know, he's a mastermind philosopher, so he has good learning, but his intrigue is okay as well. Everything else is fairly garbage. Now, how much longer do we have? 2 years to fulfill it. So we're going to go ahead and grant him this artifact. Gift it to him. We're going to be giving him a makeshift dagger. Increase opinion with him. He already likes us a lot anyways, but just kind of increase that prowess by a bit so he's not quite as bad. Now we're just waiting for this war to end. Now we do need to get some new territory for our son. I'd like to grant him something before the marriage, kind of like as a pre-wedding gift. Now we did get an event here. It's probably not all that important. Generally these court events aren't very important. So basically our courtiers are enjoying our food here at court, and we get a chance to become, or be more likely to become friends with one of these 3 characters, and one of them is our son as well. Prince Gerard here. But as a Cal's character, we'll probably just let him be. Get the court grandeur and the prestige there. Our son already likes us quite a bit. So the war is over. We weren't able to finish that siege. Not surprising here. Oh, we need to pause this. And yeah, now our son's future wife, his betrothed, is the Queen of France. So that means that the capital has moved over to her capital. And just a much better marriage overall now, if she can hold on to the title. She's got a few counties to help her rule it, but I think we can expect Normandy to be a problem in the future because he's very powerful. Obviously, it's just a boy for now, but then you got Aquitaine. He's an adult, and he's very powerful. You got Toulouse. Burgundy, she's quite young as well. Still hasn't found a marriage yet. We don't, unfortunately, we don't have anything here. Any members of our dynasty, male members of our dynasty that we can arrange marriages for. Somebody wanted me to do the Duke of Luxembourg. We do not have control of his marriage. We can only arrange a marriage with somebody who's currently in our court. So no option for helping him get a marriage here, unfortunately. Let's go and disband our troops so we don't have to pay for those anymore. Because good God, they're getting quite expensive. This should adjust here. I don't see why we would be spending that much money. So we don't have any titles at this moment to give to our son. We need to get this wedding done. Because, you know, she's 21 while he's 17. Now she's got plenty of time to have children, but definitely something to consider. And currently, is this like a brother or something? Not entirely sure how she's related to this, like a cousin, this character. He's currently her heir. And so yeah, if anything happens to her, then we lose our really fantastic chance here to bring France under our dynasty's control. So definitely want to have the marriage go sooner rather than later. We could just give him a random county. Let's see how much money we're making. Also, Yetta has come of age. How did she do? Really good as well. Elusive Shadow. Very fantastic. So she's already betrothed, but she has to wait for her betrothed to come of age because she's a bit older than him. Court Ranger is now at level 8. So with those bonuses, they now get the next level trait. So they'll have a 2+ diplomacy rather than just the 1. And we won't see it increase to level 9. But that one is really helpful for the monthly renown, but I really don't want to spend any more money. And frankly, it looks like this might be what we have money-wise. Huh, that's weird because we were... And maybe it just needs to update here. No, we are actually losing money. Very unfortunate, because yeah, we don't have any troops raised up. I'm not entirely sure why we're losing so much money when we weren't... before the war started, we were earning money. Not much, but certainly earning money. I know the court amenities are kind of expensive. We might have to reduce those. There's court positions. I don't think that's changed at all. Let me take a look at our men-at-arms. See if there's anything we can do here. I mean, I really don't want to get rid of any of these because we kind of need them. I don't really think that's the best way to decrease our financial problems here. I think court amenities really are. So I think we're going to have to reduce it some. It's a shame because I like having the higher court grandeur. What we could do before we reduce that, though, is see if we can get anybody else vassalized here under normal taxes. He's really close. She's nowhere near close. But again, I think she's one for the future when our dynasty takes over here. We'll just wait and be patient there. But this character, we're so close. I feel like we should really try and get him as soon as we can. What's interesting is Holland's not even a choice here anymore. So I think we're going to cancel this just for now. And then what we could do is we could either work on him to get him up to the normal. Although, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But, you know, we're having problems with money because so many of our vassals do have low taxes. So it is a problem. So getting up to normal would be good. And let me just see, would it be worth it to send him a gift? No, it would not. 100 gold, you get the 14 opinion, then he accepts the normal vassalage. But how much money does that actually bring you? You know, going from low vassal taxes to normal vassal taxes. And how long would it take off to pay 100 gold? Probably a really, really long time because he just doesn't earn very much money. He only has one county. So in that case, offering him this gift would not be useful. So what we could do is just wait a little bit longer. But that means you can't reduce the taxes. Let's give it like a month or something. I suppose our... yeah, I suppose the court grandeur is not going to go up any higher either. Now we're in the positive. Okay, so not entirely sure what was going on there. Yeah, because it didn't make any sense it would be in the negative there. Okay, so we're in a good position here now. So I have a few activity invitations here, which we're not going to accept because we've been doing our own wedding here. And a little bit, 22 months is the time we got. But this is an interesting one. The King of Bohemia wants to arrange a marriage for our daughter and himself. And that'll bring in that alliance. I'm not sure that we want to accept this, though, because we don't really need an alliance with him. We don't really need allies at this point. There's nobody really who's a true threat to us. I mean, I guess there's Poland. I'm not too worried about Poland. There's Hungarians. Also not too worried about them. We could take them out without any allies, and we already have other allies. This guy's old, really old. Yeah, I just don't think this is wise. Plus, his son is not going to be inheriting here because I think they have the elections here as well. And so therefore, it's not really long-term beneficial, so we're going to go ahead and decline that. All right, so what we're going to want to go ahead and do is take a look how expensive this wedding is going to cost us so we know how much we need to save for. Because we want it to be a fairly grand wedding. So let's go and confirm here, and this will be in Nazi. And then we'll take a look at the guest. We'll invite the head of faith. It's not that far away. Let's go ahead and take a look, see how much this is going to be increasing the estimated time of arrival, which they might, decline anyways. Currently, you've got the princess of this Byzantine Empire that's being invited, and she's going to decline, so you don't have to actually wait for her. But 193 days, it looks like, is the longest wait for characters that are going to accept. Let's see if we do the head of faith. Do that again. And see if that changes the situation. It does not. Still 193 days here. It looks like the Pope's nowhere near as far. Could do extended family. If we just want to have more and more people go. That's going to result in it certainly taking a little bit longer. Not much longer. Probably not worth doing. Okay, so we'll probably leave this as is. But what really matters is the cost here, because we're going to want to spend quite a bit more. We're going to definitely want to do the silver and gold here. And that's 908. So that alone we can't afford. And so if you wanted to go even higher with all these and make the most grand wedding you could potentially have, it'd be 1268. And so we are not going to be able to save that much. So what I'm thinking we should do is just this here, 908. So we can have the wedding rather than have to wait a real long time. So let's go and quit the activity planning. So we need like 900 something gold, guys. This is going to take us some time to save that up. So we probably do want to try kidnapping some characters just to try and get this money, which does mean I need to dip around and look at who all we can abduct easily. But yeah, it's got to be a duke to really feel worth it. Like at least a duke, I feel. Could abduct a duke from Poland, since they're kind of an enemy now. Certainly a rival of ours. So you can try and go after their dukes. But not seeing high chances of success here at all. Let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, that's 5% there. Could look here in Bohemia if he even has any dukes. Seems these are all counts. Well, that's interesting. Doesn't have any dukes there. We try Austria. 10%. So that's kind of the big problem here. We just don't have a high chance of success with any of these. Unfortunately, everybody expects us coming now. Nobody is leaving themselves open with our king around. This is an emir, so yeah, he would be able to grant us some good money, but you can't abduct him. All right, so I found this duke in the Byzantine Empire. He's just a boy, and so a good chance to abduct him. And then also, surprisingly, the king of Bohemia, who just tried to do that marriage with us, we've got a decent chance of abducting him. 60%, not as high as we might like, but that's high enough for a king, because king are going to get far more money. And so we're going to try and get some money that way. We've got 21 months. How long are these going to take? We should be able to get it done. And then, of course, we're earning money every month as well. We just got to be careful and not spend any money here. And we're going to turn this up to speed 5 as well. So this is an interesting event. The county of Bonahoth is an unruly place of diverse belief and governance. Each different community has its leaders, resulting in a complex web of hierarchy and leadership that simply cannot go on. If they all prayed to God in the proper and correct way and answered to the same leader, it would increase my influence. Philip has stepped forward, aiming to become the county's new leader, and will host a banquet where he will have all the local religious leaders slaughtered like cattle. Because this guy is vengeful and sadistic and cynical and a lunatic. So we could do that. Say, I can't wait to hear their screams. And you give him the county. The control's already at 100. It's this place where we're increasing control currently. But most importantly, you're going to convert them to Catholicism. Which, if we took a look how long that's going to take the natural way, 6 years. It's quite a long time. I don't think we're going to do this, though. Because we don't really want to grant out the county at the moment. And it is nice getting that bonus, but he's probably just going to lose it anyways because of the popular opinion. Or at least we'll have to face a bunch of rebellions here. So we're not against it in principle, our character. So I'm not a total monster, it doesn't really fit. We just don't want to give him the county, really. If we were to give a county to anybody, it would be to our son. Because that's the other thing we're needing to work on. I suppose what I could have done is, is there anybody we can arrest? Because we need a county for him. Is there any criminals in the realm? We might just be willing to imprison anybody. These are prisoners we could be ransoming off. Let me just take a look, see if they have the money. This guy does. So yeah, we'll ransom him for the 10 gold. We also still have this duke. I thought we had ransomed him. Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't have the money. Okay, so we're still waiting on him to get that money there. And then him as well. We're waiting for him to get the full 30. But we can ransom his son for the 28. Sure, why not? So we'll go ahead and do that, and that'll all help us earn a little bit of money. That's like a 38 gold total that we're getting, trying to get to that 900. But yeah, we need a title for our son so he doesn't move over to France there. As far as like what we could grant him, you could give him Bavaria. That would really weaken us, though. Can't give him this territory over here, or you could give him this territory here. The problem is, of course, is the conversion that we're working on. It does make sense that we'd probably hand over the territory in Spain. Another option is there's just a couple people here that if you remove, you got a bunch of new territory here. The other duchy is the one here that we granted to this character. Apparently he hasn't had an heir yet. He's still young, so he probably will. Yeah, we don't really want to remove him from this position. But he's currently in prison. Whose prison? Oh. Duke Ordolf of Hungary. So this is So this is a Liberty War. One of his vassals clearly brought him into it. So that's an interesting situation. Oh, okay, so he got brought into that conflict, I see. So it doesn't really have anything to do with him. He's just helping out an ally. So no ramifications there. But clearly this is the one we'd want to remove. So we don't have the ability to do it right now because I have to get rid of one of these two. So let me just see which one we want to get rid of. So, I mean, the king is worth more. We have a lower chance of success here. And I don't want to spend any money in order to convince people. Wow, his own queen, his new queen as well, because remember he needed that marriage. She's already willing to act against him. Probably upset. She's only 25 that she's got to be with this really old man here. How much would she want for a bribe? 75. That's the price to help kill her husband, or help her husband be abducted, which might as well be the same thing because you don't know what I'll do to him. I mean, our character's nickname is the Impaler, so you're gonna help us kidnap him. That's pretty bad. So I don't want to have to abandon this, but we got to abandon one of them, and this is not a high chance. This is us, guys. I don't want to spend any money on it. So we'll keep that one going, and then we'll attempt to instead murder this guy. The question is, can we get it done in time? 13 months. Not great timing there, guys, considering when this wedding needs to be done here in 21 months. We can get it done in time. Also, they're getting all that new court trait, so the increased diplomacy points there. Ransoms have been accepted as well. But yeah, if we haven't done so already, we want to make sure that he's supporting schemes. He is. Okay. I can see if there's anybody that we can get on the cheap here for this scheme. If you can get somebody really cheap in order to speed this up, might be worth it. 58 gold. Over here, 58 gold. Okay. So they're pretty cheap. You know what? We got time, guys. We won't spend it. Because yeah, it's 10 months. We got 19. It's going to be kind of cutting it a little close. But I think we'll be alright. So let's go ahead and go with this option here. We'll just continue to go with that same option. Trying to get the poem mocked. But yeah, we have 18 months to do the wedding. Oh, we just got the additional taxes. That's nice. Now, given he doesn't actually have to... because remember, it's going to take a while to hold the actual wedding. So we just have to give him the territory before he gets married. I'm just worried that if it causes issues, you know, these weddings are kind of, they do have problems. And so I'm a little worried it's going to cause some issues. Here's what we'll do. Wait a few more months, and then we'll go ahead and get it started and just hope it doesn't cause any problems. And yeah, I guess we'll go with the what else can she do? I know it doesn't really help us at all. We didn't actually gain any stress there. Oh, she gained stress. That's right. Oh no, our daughter has pneumonia, and she's the one that's the queen over there in Croatia. Now she has had 2 children, one of them recently, and so the Lorraine dynasty will be taken over in Croatia. We had a cousin killed in a siege here, and apparently, oh, that's interesting. So this is for all those titles, or excuse me, all those artifacts. So that's up here. You know, the Emperor's Dynasty, former Emperor's Dynasty. Also, we finished up that task, so that's excellent, increasing our control over here. So let's go and get rid of all these. Is there any way to like get rid of them all with one click? Like you can in other games? I don't know. Shift click? Nope. Nothing. I tried Control and Shift. Didn't work. So that means that we could attempt to do another steel artifact once we're done here. We can also demand an artifact as well, and he would accept it. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go with probably the inventory one first, so we can actually wear a crown, because we don't have a crown despite all our kingdoms. So let's go and demand that. It's rightfully ours anyways. And then we'll try and steal another one from him later, once we have an open scheme. Alright, so Christine's first words. So we can push her again. But I think that's enough. That's enough. How delightful. Alright, so we did get that artifact. And so I want to put that in place. We're slowly getting all of our rightful artifacts back. And this will give us monthly prestige per powerful vassal in the council, plus 2%. Monthly renown, plus 5%. Increased vassal limit, that's pretty helpful. I don't know how close we are to our vassal limit. We'd have to look. The courtier and guest opinion also goes up. But most importantly, we've got a crown. That's what really matters, right? Alright, so we're 12 months out. And so I think we're going to go ahead and arrange this marriage. Though if we waited till we abducted him, or perhaps we could get the money from these guys now. He's at 92. That's close enough. He's going to have to wait, though. And so that gets us 1280. I think we could do like the full wedding here. And I think we got time, guys. So let's get him the title first. Because, again, these marriages are broken. And were we not able to abduct him? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not able to abduct him. But we can try again. We don't really need the money now. We found other ways to get the money. He is watchful, but we can take a look and see how likely we are to succeed. Yeah, it seems that we still have enough people operating against him. The main thing we're waiting on, of course, is the murder plot, not that one. Our daughter did recover from pneumonia. Excellent. And also, we can now get that thriving in chaos. Doesn't really help us that much because we very rarely find ourselves having stress levels. So yeah, it's not a big bonus there. But if you are all stressed out, you get some nice bonuses. And then the next one will get us that dread gain per tyranny, which we do maintain a pretty high tyranny, so that will be helpful. Let me take a look at what our tyranny currently is. I'm actually curious where we stand on tyranny. Yeah, negative 16. So yeah, that certainly would be helpful getting that perk. Alright, so this is our attempt, guys. Let's go and pause this here and see if we're successful. That's what we're waiting on. Also, these two can get married. This is our executioner. So we're waiting for her to get old enough. I'm actually surprised he lived long enough. Doesn't send it off. That's a woman who's got the giant trait. So maybe he'll be able to have some children before he dies. It's our executioner, the one who was talking smack. We took us from his position from him. And it looks like we were successful. Alright, excellent. So that worked out beautifully. We got time left for the marriage. Everything is good to go. However, there's actually a rebellion over here at this moment. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, we're currently facing this rebellion on her claim for the duchy. Yeah, whenever you do these wars, yeah, it causes problems. Anything can cause problems whenever you're trying to do. What we could do is at least put down the army here. Yeah, it's just, I wish they weren't so fickle. It's one of the reasons why I'm very hesitant a lot of times to even do the grand marriages, the grand weddings. I mean, it makes sense to do it. So that's why I will still do it, but it's always risky. Alright, so we still have time, guys. We got 10 months to fulfill our promise. We need to give him this territory, but if we give him territory... the scheme was discovered, so we're not going to be able to complete that. But yeah, if we give him territory where there's an open rebellion, I mean, that's just pointless. There's no point on doing it. So let's go ahead and get rid of that scheme, because clearly this is not going to work. Let's go ahead and abandon that. I'll have to find some other way. And again, we're getting all these events here. I don't think we have any stress currently. Yeah, we'll just go with that. Lovely, whatever. And somebody's trying to kill this character here, our courtier. I think he's the one who made that item for us. Yeah. Made the really good sword. We can go ahead and do that one scheme real quick. Why not? So I'm thinking about it. To try and steal one of these artifacts from him. We can go and get the other crown. I think that's probably the best option, though Leonardo's tapestry would be pretty good too. Yeah, that'd be really good. How's that compared to the crown? You have 0.06 renown and 0.2 prestige. I mean, even this gives you better. This is more money though. Howell Vassal Counselor tax contribution, so that's nice. I mean, both of these are pretty good items. I think we're gonna go for this one though, because we always need more money rather than the crown. We have a crown now. This is not the crown you wear. That's a court artifact. We always need more court artifacts. This is also a wall one though, so you do have to consider that. You have to replace one of the ones that you already have. Well, this one you do not. So you know what? Let's actually go ahead and steal that one then. We'll start that scheme. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if we can't get this war done, guys. Or maybe not done, but at least like in a point where it's close to being a victory. We do have other offers for vassalization now. Must have boosted it some. He'll now accept normal. The Duke of Holland will now accept normal obligations too. Alright, about time. So we've been trying to get him into our empire here for quite some time. So I'm glad I waited out for him. So that'll get us some more money, because we're back in the negative here. And now she's taken off. Damn it. I'm trying to make this go quick. Not chase this person down. Luckily she's going to sit on the hills. And we'll be able to easily wipe out her troops. Got 8 months remaining to do this wedding. And so with that, we brought it down to 19%. I wonder if we can just like finish the conflict. And then we can give our son all this territory. Because it looks like the entire duchy is rebelling at this moment. Yep. So who's the actual leader? It is her. So if you just take over her county, that might be enough. Let's take a look how long this is going to take. 4 months. We're cutting it awfully close here, guys. I'm not sure what happens if I just give him the title, though. Like, would we still be in the war? I don't know. We are allied, or we would be allied with him, so we could help him out in the conflict, I suppose. I'm just worried he'll go and lead the troops himself, and then he wouldn't be able to do the wedding. We've seen that happen in the past, that wars can result in the weddings getting all messed up. So, yeah, that's what I'm most concerned about. We'll just trust everybody to do their job here. But yeah, the 3 months here is going to cut it down to where we're like at 4 months, 3 months maybe. Yeah, it's just, we're just cutting it so close, guys. I'm getting this wedding done and losing a huge opportunity that we fought for. You know, we fought multiple wars to do this. And can get another 145 gold here because he's going to pay homage to us. Alright, excellent. So that's fantastic news. After the siege, whether we win it or not, we're just going to have to hand it over, I think. I mean, that's close, but it's not enough. We have not won the war. How long would this siege take? We've got 5 months, now 4. And it'll take 3 months. Wow. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what to do here, guys. Just because I'm worried about causing problems with the wedding. If we don't hand him these territories soon. I suppose you don't have to hand him the duchy. You could just give him a county. And then he's not pulled into the war, and then you give him the duchy later. You know what? That's what we'll do, guys. Because, yeah, we're just getting too close here at this point. So let's go and grant him some titles. And you got to grant him the titles before he leaves off to her court, which he'll do as soon as he gets married. So you can just go and grant him these 2 counties now, and then give him the duchy after we're done with the war. So now he's got himself some counties and a little hat here as well. Change up his hat here. All right, so now we can go ahead and plan the grand wedding and get this started here, guys, which will be at Nancy. That means he will have to travel all the way over here, so that's something to consider too, since we did give him territory quite far away. And so let me just see how long this is going to take him to get here. 259 days, quite some time. So we're going to invite the head of faith as well. And what are we looking to do here? Is anybody we want to murder? I don't know if there's anybody we want to take out. I mean, we can look to see if any of these would be beneficial, but you know what? I feel like, we might just be going in here for recreation. We can try and do matchmaking for the Duke. There's going to be a lot of people here. We've done this in the past, though, and it's usually not a good option, but maybe there'll be something great here. That's what we'll do, since this is the only way we'd be able to do the matchmaking anyways. I feel like it's gonna be like somebody in our court or something like that. That was probably gonna be pointless doing this, but whatever, we'll try. So let's go ahead and do the silver and gold, and now we have so much money that we can spend the max amount here of 1268, and it's just gonna be a very elaborate wedding here. Full entertainment, full food and drinks, best wedding venue. So yeah, let's go and do that. I think it's a worthy one. And so we got the Eager Reveler now as well. So that's going to get us increased intrigue, courtly vassal opinion, and other Eager Revelers will also get opinion increased. That might help us vassalize characters if they happen to be Eager Revelers. Yeah, here's one right here. He's really powerful. I mean, I don't know that he's an Eager Reveler. He is. So that's the only reason why we're able to get him. All right, fantastic. Yeah, that's right there on that border. The Hungarians could have got him instead. So that'll be helpful. We're still doing this war. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about just giving him those 2 counties. So he has accepted. Fantastic news. We might want to take a look if we can finally get this Prince Bishop to like us now. 73% chance. Not bad. Better than it's been in the past. And yeah, we'll give him the rest of these titles once we finish up with this. Might want to finish the marriage, actually, the wedding. We're waiting for everybody to arrive currently. And she's no longer sickly. I forgot she was sickly, but good news, nonetheless. Do we have an education set for all these children? Looks like we do not. She was the last one we took care of. So Princess Christine here. She's pensive. So basically, we already have somebody, a couple of them going with the learning education. We have a couple going diplomacy, so it doesn't really matter. We'll just do diplomacy for her. And then with her, she's charming. Let's actually go with intrigue with her. And then might as well also go ahead and arrange somebody to educate our children here. If we don't have anybody in court, it might be wise to go ahead and look for another vassal, just to boost vassal opinion here, guys. We looked at him before. I tried giving him a child, and he was not an option. So I'm assuming he's again not going to be an option. But we can try. Is it... oh, okay, that was... I mean, it's fine. We can do her even if she is diplomacy. If he's an option, it'd be worth it, but he's still not an option. I wonder why. Maybe we're not allowed to... No, we've given our Prince Bishop. I'm not entirely sure why he's never an option in there. Okay, well, it's fine. But yeah, we actually were looking at the wrong thing anyway, because she needs to do the diplomacy education. So let's find somebody among our vassals who has good diplomacy. And maybe somebody who's a little bit higher ranking as well. You got the Duke of Lower Lorraine. He's got a pretty good diplomacy here. Okay, yeah, and we've been trying to get friendly with this guy anyways. So yeah, it makes sense to... I think we have a wedding, a marriage with his family. One of his sons, this son here. Yeah, our daughter. And she's already pregnant. Wait a minute. She's already pregnant, and they're not married yet. They're only betrothed. Oh, Lord. Wow. Who got her pregnant? We don't know. We'll find out in 2 months, guys. All right, well, that's not great. Another reason we might want to go ahead and try and befriend this character here. So let's go and offer him, I think it was Christine. And he definitely will accept. And then we need to find somebody for our youngest. We have so many children now, but they gotta have that separate page. This is Agnes, and she's doing that intrigue. We could always raise her ourselves, because we don't have a ward currently. Why not? We'll educate her ourselves. There we go. Okay, so got the wedding off in time. Let's just hope there's no issues with it. There's always the chance you have some kind of problem. Court Grandeur is now at level 9. Okay, I didn't know we were moving that high. We must have done something to get it up a bit higher. Oh yeah, it's going all the way up to level 10 now. That gives us another personal scheme. So this is very helpful for the Imprison Chance and the Monthly Renown. And we're the 3rd court in the world. Well, whose court is better? We want to know. I imagine the Byzantine court. Yep, that's number 1. Huh. Some pagan kingdom over here. Let's take a look. Really? Way over here. He's got the 2nd most prestigious court in the world. Interesting. Also, we finished up that siege and thus have won the war. And now we'll be able to just give our son all this territory, I think. Because, yeah, we can imprison both of them and they're criminals. I've tried with these characters. I've tried with him. Lord, we know we've been trying with that character for quite some time. And he has just been a problem ever since we gave him that territory. So let's go ahead and get these prisoners dealt with. So we actually have quite a few prisoners in here. So this character, does he have... Nope, doesn't have the 30 gold. He's been in prison for 3 years now. We've got this guy here. Not a great knight or anything. Could just let him out for a hook. But probably better to... Could also just execute this character with a public execution. And you get that increased control. Yeah. So we'll do that. Trying to get money if we can. This guy's a murderer. He's gout ridden. He'll be a decent knight, despite his issues. Well, that's interesting. How are we looking on our knights? Like, how bad is our worst knight? Our knights are pretty good. So he wouldn't be a big upgrade anyway. So yeah, we'll probably just go ahead and execute him as well. It is an act of tyranny, though. Okay. I mean, we are a tyrannical character, but yeah, we don't need to overdo this here, guys. Let's just get the weak hook on him. Maybe he'll go somewhere in the future where it'll be useful. This next character here, also not a great knight. He's a Christian, so yeah, we wouldn't be able to just head him. So we'll just get the weak hook on him as well. But then these two characters, clearly they should have their titles revoked and then given to our son. So yeah, we'll go ahead and take this title from her. And then at that point, probably execute her for rebelling. Yeah. So we're going to execute her as well. And then this character, I've tried with him over and over. And so we're going to revoke his title. And a faction has disbanded. So yeah, he was even in a faction against us. Yeah, as soon as he became our direct vassal, he joined a faction, or started a faction probably. Yeah, just nothing but problems, guys. And then hopefully this doesn't cause any problems giving our son these titles. I hope not. I guess we'll find out. I'm going to give him all this with the duchy. And then hopefully that doesn't cause any issues with the current wedding here. See, now he holds an entire duchy here. And no vassals, so he can't possibly lose the title, you would think, given the situation. Now, his current heir is our daughter, the Queen of Croatia, which is, this is one reason why we wanted to have that matrilineal marriage here, is since we have nothing but daughters, she becomes our heir as well if our son dies, until he starts having some children of his own. And let me just see when this wedding is going to start. Waiting for 56 people to get here, so we're looking at the 20th of June for the wedding to begin. Okay, I don't know if we can get there. before the end of the episode here, guys. And everybody's trying to do betrothals here. And is this his direct heir? No. I had to decline that. We'll have to find marriages for our younger daughters. Yetta had a boy, and he is a bastard. Who is his father? We don't know. Nobody knows who the father is. She has kept it a secret. Wow. Okay, so he is of the Lorraine dynasty. We've already had a wealth here, so let's give him a different name. Something Milo? Sure. Or Milo? Yeah, we'll go with that. He's a bastard. We do need members of our dynasty though, so maybe we'll give him a title or something in the future. We do not have a lot of members of our dynasty. And unfortunately that plot was revealed, but it seems like we still have a good chance of success and everything, so we can keep it going. Yeah, we're trying to get to June here, guys, to let the wedding start at the very least. We won't be able to do the wedding. But it looks like we were able to get the artifact. Excellent. So let's go ahead and put that in place. Glad we were able to get that completed as well. And so that's more prestige and renown and more court grandeur. Alright, fantastic. So our renown should be going up pretty quick. Pretty quick now. Hopefully we can get to the next level of well-known. And then of course we are trying to get the next legacy as well. Getting pretty close to getting that. Alright, so now the wedding ceremony starts. Seems like some people were delayed because they're supposed to start in June. Didn't start until July. So we're at the 22nd of July here when the wedding begins. And unfortunately we do have to end the episode here, guys. We do still have these prisoners. Oh, never dealt with this guy. You could just leave him as a knight. I mean, he's lost all his titles, and he was such a great knight. Remember, he served us as a knight before we gave him off, to another, to that duke. I don't want to execute this guy. We're looking for the gold here. I mean, you could, of course, just ransom him for the 10 gold. And then he goes and fights for somebody else. He's a traitor, so you can execute him. I feel like we're going to recruit this guy. Yeah, let's go ahead and recruit him. We don't need the weak hook. Yeah, let's just recruit him. He doesn't hate us as much as you'd expect, because you're basically only getting negative 20 here since we gave him a duchy. Did we give him the duchy and he lost it or something? I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Was that I think that was this duchy here maybe, but wasn't that our father? I'm not entirely sure what happened here, but the point is, it's only negative 20 for that. Okay, so yeah, we'll do that, guys. We just sent that off to him. And I guess this is the last event we're going to be doing here, a father's heart. So this is the event that you often get where you can say that you're so proud. Your dynasty gets that renown, which is really nice. Or you say, aren't you jealous? And this is regarding this princess here. And so we have an additional option here because of that, because of our intent. We could try and arrange the marriage between her and the young duke. So she does have the born in the purple. She's not a bad match. She's not great. You're not gonna get any territory or anything like that. You get the claims and stuff, but yeah, I mean it's an option, I suppose. But there will be other attempts to do this. It does increase the progress towards doing it, and I'm wondering if there'll be any other options. She's all right. She's fine. Most likely, just based on what happened in the last wedding, she'll always be the option. We'll see. I'm curious if they pick any other options, or if it's always the same person. But yeah, I mean, it's a fine marriage, I suppose. So what we'll do is we'll go to I'm So Proud. But I did want to point out that our son here has got this crazy looking beard here. That's what he's chosen to wear at his wedding. Yeah, we'll just go to I'm So Proud. And then we'll have to finish the... Oh, nice. That got us the legacy. That's what I was hoping, is to get us closer there. So that gets us the close bonds. Close family opinion plus 10, dynasty opinion plus 5, personal scheme success chance plus 30% against dynasty members. Most importantly, you get this House Paragon accolade here. So house members in an army with this knight are somewhat less likely to be wounded or killed, and eventually it helps increase your renown. Your children gain the Hassle Looter and some experience when they come of age. So yeah, pretty nice bonus here, but of course what you really want here is the graceful aging. So yeah, we'll have to create that knightly position. Only problem, of course, is we don't have an accolade right now. But like if we lose one of these ones, instead of reinstating them, we can always just do that one. That'd be a choice. Let's see if there's anybody who can be successors here. You can pay him the 90 gold, we have it, so why not? I keep getting distracted here. We're supposed to be ending the episode. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to end the episode here. We'll do the wedding in the next video. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. We hope to see you on the next one. And thanks for watching.